Once you want to start speaking, just put it off. I put it on and switch it on, and you can ask, make comments, and of course, tell whatever you want. Yeah. So the idea is if all of us have got that the microphones on, there is a terrible noise and nobody can listen. Nothing. Okay. So first of all, thank you for joining. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here with you and to start this module. As you have seen from the first day here, it will be okay. We are a team. Yeah, Oscar Garcia is the one who has designed the program. Richard Denton, our Amsterdam teacher of events, it's also involved. He has delivered some of the contents. Oscar and Richard and Roman and me, we are going to give you feedback and to correct some of the activities. If you have seen, you are 26, so it's a big team. Yeah, we are not only 11 players. Yeah, we are a big squad. So the idea is we are going to make small groups to work some activities, and I told you, and as I told you before, yeah, it would be a pleasure to try to help you and to work together. So if you have, I suppose you have already read the course plan. You have seen that the program has got a duration of 10 weeks. We are going to do only one kickoff webinar. Yeah, and I think we are only going to do one group webinar. Yeah, from today, all the tutorial meetings will be both or individual or in small groups. Yeah, as you have seen, the course is divided in these 10 weeks, but we have also make a division in 4 phases. Yeah, perhaps the first phase is the only one that can be followed in an individual way. This is because we have thought that the 2 first weeks were really important to just start reading, have time, be focused on getting information, also to research, because as you will see from most of you, this is the first module where it's not properly a module in some business schools or universities. There are not a lot of manuals, not a lot of books. Yeah, there are some good magazines, blogs, but it's not a topic where a lot of people has written down about it. Yeah, there are not properly investigation lines, a lot of research done. So there is information, of course, everywhere. Not all the information is good, and of course, one of our aims will be try to find the right examples and to manage what, from our point of view, it's better or worse. Yeah? So not only we are going to do this kickoff group webinar and some individual webinars, one every 15 days, we also are gonna schedule some team webinars, but this will happen from week 3. Yeah, next week, as you will see, I will provide you an area where you have to choose groups to start working phase 2. Of course, next week, it's a week where you have to finish phase 1, but the idea is just give you 3-4 days to start joining groups. Yeah, and of course, you will start working in groups from week 3. Okay. As always, we will try to deliver. We will try, to give you feedback 1 week later. Yeah, and as you have seen, the evaluation, yeah, will be on the 22nd of May, and after you will have this period to submit those activities that perhaps you failed or you didn't submit on time. Yeah. Regarding the activities, yeah, you have seen, yeah, this week We have two easy, from my point of view, activities, two easy assignments. Yeah, I know some of you have made questions about activity 1. Here a little bit our idea is, you know, we have provided you some readings, some videos. We consider really important that you start some research, and here you will find what we always says, it's a typical problem, and just me say problem, regarding the facilities, and this is why in this big picture we don't follow the same rules everywhere. Yeah, when we are talking about facilities, we are always speaking, or we are always to think about regions, countries, and always there is a framework that is regulated by governments, laws, countries, the environment, finances. So our aim is that you find some master plans, both from the government's point of view and also from some facilities point of view. Perhaps in this first phase, we have put the focus on that plans organized by governments. Yeah, we have shared some, for instance, the web page of the UK government, as well as the master plan that today we have shared with you of the South African, of the country of South Africa. Yeah. So the idea in this first activity is just have a read, understand what happens beside this master plan, and try to compare two master plans from two different regions. You will see that a lot of things are, you know, are written in that master plan, but after everything you have worked in the resources, you will discover some differences that perhaps go deeper than what the document says. And the idea is, in this first activity, first of all, try to summarize what your master plan says, what are their goals, challenges, etc., and also try to compare two. Yeah, and of course, as I told you before, depending on the country, the region, you will find some differences and some things that works or follows the same rules. Yeah, that is the idea, just to provide to the class, to share with your teammates knowledge, and perhaps the idea is also, okay, give the opportunity to share different web pages, different documents, and your point of view, yeah, because we think this enrich our knowledge, and this you know, give us the opportunity of understand how the facilities world works. Yeah, and the second activity is really easy. Yeah, it's just a debate. Yeah, and okay, it looks easy, but you will see that calculate which facilities are necessary for a territory depends on different things. Yeah, and not all the countries calculate which facilities are necessary on the same way. Yeah, and the second question is regarding planning models and which methodology can be used. And of course, it's like a tricky question as always. Yeah, this is more or less what we are waiting for in phase 1. Take care in activity 1. You have to open the glossary. You have to write directly there in a post, like if it was a blog. Yeah, and you can upload this comparative chart from the master plan you have chosen and another one. Yeah, and of course in activity 2 you have, most of you, it's not the first debate you do. So here the most important for me, it's two things. The first is be proactive, try to participate twice at least, and try to, when you speak, yeah, I always says to my students in face-to-face programs, then I always says the same sentence. I know that it's really common, but it's okay. It's important to give your opinion, but your opinion without data, it's only another opinion. Try to share also data. So what your opinion will be, you know, we will have, from my point of view, much more importance. Yeah, your opinion from the other's point of view will be, you know, it will have a great defense. Yeah. This is what we have to do on phase one. Yeah, it's a couple of weeks phase. Yeah, regarding phase two, you have seen. Yeah, it's phase two. It's mandatory in group. Yeah, the idea here is we are going to give you two possibilities. The first one, we don't recommend this one, but okay, it's one possibility, is we are going to provide you some business case study regarding how a facility is managed, or a facility, and we don't know yet. And what you have to do is you have to transfer the contents that we will work in this second phase. What management models can be done in facilities. We are going to talk about processes, organizational structures, and leadership. Yeah, and some finances too, easy things. And the idea will be try to analyze the facility from these 5 points of view and try to make some improvement proposals. Yeah, this has to be done in groups. And okay, the content that you are going to work is this, but the most important for me here is a little bit the methodology. Yeah, we are studying management, and this means we have to start managing ourselves and managing others. And this is not easy when we are studying. Yeah, you know. It is important here to show your leadership as well, to be proactive and to be, yeah, really involved in the activity. Yeah, here we will provide you at least 2 video conferences. We will try to be with you at least in one of them. And of course, I was telling to you that we are going to provide you an example that you can choose this one to analyze. Or here, I think it would be great if one of you or 2 of the team, if you are working or living, or you know, if you are working in a facility or living, or you have the details, so you can get real data from a facility, this would be great as an example. Yeah, so we can properly get real data. Yeah, and we can try to analyze this facility and make some improvement proposals. Yeah? This is about second phase, and this will last 4 weeks. Yeah, it's the longest phase that we are going to face. Yeah, so you will see that phase 3, it's also in group, couple of weeks, easier than the one before, because here we are going to, you have to choose here mandatory a real facility. So one of the group will have some. Here, one thing that I would like to mention is you don't need to group in the same team. You use it to work in the phase 2. Yeah, so in phase 3 you can change. I will give you the possibility to change. So you will take the final decisions. And here the idea will be, okay, we are going to try to understand the facility from a marketing point of view, and only design a new marketing proposal, not a plan, just some actions to at least get more income, yeah, to increase revenues. Here, this activity will also have some social part, because what we want is that, you know, you are going to share your proposal with your class, and one of the groups is going to evaluate you. We are going to give you a rubric, yeah, that will be an evaluation list, and you will give them feedback. Yeah, and of course, the teacher's team also will provide you a feedback. And to finish the module in the weeks 9 and 10, here you can choose if the activity will be in group or individual. We are going to work facilities from from the perspective of sponsorship investments. So how the facilities in themselves as a container can work can work with possible sponsors, yeah, or patrons, you know. And here, depending on your feeling, you can continue working with your group, with your first one, with the second one, or finish alone. Yeah, this will be on you, the decision. Yeah, as you have seen the valuation, it's the 20% the first phase, the easiest phase, of course, 40% the second, and 20 and 20 the third and fourth. Yeah, as you have seen also, and now I'm going to just explain you a couple of things on the virtual campus. Yeah, I don't know if you have, we have made the change today or yesterday, I think, but in the communication area, you have right now under the general forum a couple of widgets, small ones. There is one, I don't know, I have some problems with my eyes, but the first one I would say it's like orange, and this is to start Hangouts, public Hangouts. This is this will be only used by for webinars. Yeah, and you have also the green one that it's to start conversation with all or some of the members of the class. Here you can start a conversation and invite to join all the JCI students. The idea here is, of course, invite them using the Gmail, the JCI Gmail. Okay. Another thing regarding communication that I would like to tell you is you will see that to enroll webinars or to enroll individual meetings, I will share with you that kind of questions, that kind of lists where you can choose time slots to do individual tutorial meetings. As I told you in a post, and we were chatting some minutes ago, I would like to say you sorry, because on Tuesday morning, you know, my agenda has changed due to the Barça agreement, and I have a meeting in the Barça facilities, so it's impossible for me to make a video tutorial with you. Okay, so I have opened a second day. On Monday, of course, I have led you some time slots. I think most are full, and what I'm going to do right now, this afternoon or tomorrow morning, it's open some other possibilities for those students who are not able to make these individual tutorial meetings in these proposed times. Of course, if you have any problem with the times proposed, most of you know me. We have been working in another subject, and for me it's not a problem to change days, and I will always try to have these video tutorial meetings every time you need. Perhaps in this facility module you will see that you are going to have no more than 2-3, because we are going to have all the group meetings when we start working from week 3. So sometimes students in this module prefers to do group meetings more than rather than individual tutorial meetings. But this is your choice. Yeah, I will always, you will find every 15 days these individual tutorial meeting proposals, and of course I will be open to change the dates if you have any problem. So I don't know if you have you have just read all impossible, but if you have start reading, and right now if you want, yeah, it would be a pleasure if you want to make me questions, try to handle doubts, etc. So you just you only have to open your microphone and start asking. Yeah, from at least the most important issues I would like to comment, all that kind of stuff is done. Yeah, right now is your time. Come on, who is the first one? Yeah, some people here with, I think, big ideas, but you know, this is a kickoff webinar, and of course we can comment. I understand, you have only had 3 days to serve the class and to read. I think I understand few things, but perhaps you have some doubts, not only focused on phase 1, perhaps on other phases.
Yeah, this is Marco. So I just have a question. So I did read very quickly the first PDF on the facility for Calgary and the South Africa. So as you mentioned, those are more kind of government program or initiative that they are using sports as a way, as an innovation or a change. But to me, it seems like it's more something related to the sports development program, which includes not only facilities but also other aspects like education, like events, like
we are going to move
marketing.
from,
so it's not. So is this what you expect, or do you expect when you say plan? Do you expect a specific plan for a specific facility like a stadium or a swimming pool?
In this first page, from our point of view, it would be great going from the big picture. So that means big plans.
Yeah.
That means government or regions, cities, if you want. And you will see that we are going to put the focus every time in a smaller circle. In the second phase, we will work in a big facility. Yeah, but we will try to find facilities that offer different kinds of, sports. And on phase 3 and 4, we will put the focus in smaller facilities. Yet the idea will be included non-facilities. You know, some events do not need a facility to be done. Yeah, for instance, a marathon do not need a facility, as we know. Yeah, properly. So the idea will be, or we okay, you are free, but our recommendation is to start from that. We understand it's not really interesting. Legal government framework. And step by step, we will put in the focus in how to manage a facility, a smaller facility. And you will see that in this first one, we prefer to have everything open and to see what governments, you will see it's a little bit a mess to understand and to compare. One government is interested in health, another government is more interested in just, professionals. Some governments are not putting the focus in finances. They forget. If you see some plans in the south of Europe, in Spain, they propose things unbelievable. Yeah, but it's a part of the deal. Yeah, and it's a part of the game. Yeah, sometimes if you see, some plans, you will see that a region of 100,000 people have got 20 swimming pools and 5 stadiums, so it's impossible to manage this. And you will see, and if you compare it, for instance, in England, that they have strict guidelines about how is their population, and okay, at least they have a guideline. This is what we want in this first phase. Of course, it's impossible to compare all the world, because every country can have different guidelines depending on the regions. But at least from our point of view, it would be nice if you find information about your country, your region, your city, and try to compare them. And of course, compare it with the South African example that we have provided to you, and you will see, that there are not a manual, a guideline that we can follow when we are talking about facilities. And depending on where you are, things are done in different ways.
Okay, I thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Victor, it's Petteri.
Hello.
Is the meaning to just to use the facilities part of the plans, or compare education, other sectors of the plan?
Yeah, here, depending on which plan do you choose, and from your point of view, what is more interesting, and perhaps where this plan put the focus. Yeah, if you think, I don't know, in Finland, education is really the point, yeah, it's okay, it's a thing you have to summarize and shows and compare, for instance, with the South African example that, okay, in the first plan, in the Finland plan, education is the most important thing, and perhaps in the Kenyan, yeah, on Kenyan example, and education was a word that was not mentioned, for instance.
Okay, yeah.
So
I'm by the way in New York, so here in Wild Wild West there's no plans.
Yeah. Okay, another one who has more questions, not only related to phase one. If you want, okay, I have no problem. Okay, phase one, it's great, we are there. But
hi, I have
you
a question.
understood a little bit yeah, tell me.
I was wondering, under the bibliography, there is the operations management book, facilities operations management book. I was wondering, by when do we need to have read it? Is
From
it
the
for
operation? Sorry, I have a connection.
I'm sorry, I can't hear
right
you.
now, I think, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Can you repeat the question, because I have touched without I have touched my cable, and I have lost the question.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering, by when do we have to read the facilities operation management book under the bibliography section?
Yeah, the idea will be I have recommended right now some pages. Yeah, and every phase we are giving you okay, of course, if you want to read it right now, it's a great book. Yeah, for instance, the other day I spoke with Ian, a guy that today he couldn't join us, and he told me, Victor, I wanted to, just before starting the module, I wanted to buy this book. Okay, I told you, of course, the book is here. You can read it right now, but okay, I'm okay. Oscar and Richard, they have planned some chapters, and they are going to give you when do you have to read each chapter. But of course,
Okay.
it's in your hand. If you tell me, okay, Victor, I have right now a lot of time, a lot of free time, read it, because we are going to recommend you some chapters, some more chapters during the module, not only from this book. We are going to give you other inputs from other ebooks. But this one is great. As I told you before, there are not so much good books on facilities. Yeah, there is not a science behind. As for instance, if we were thinking in marketing or strategy or finances.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Victor, and from which chapters we should start now to read this book?
I think I wrote in the instruction of
I don't think so.
yeah, I think Tuesday. Let me. I'm opening the instruction, because my memory is not really good, but I think I provided. If not, I will tell you. Yeah, pages 1 to 153. From this first phase, pages 1 to 153 in the instruction that I send you on Tuesday 8th at 11:34. Yeah, this is the recommendation for this phase, as well as start working the theoretical resources. Yeah, for instance, one of the things I told you is the article. I think it's really good. This article, Welcome to the Experience Economy, but perhaps it's basic, it's too much basic. So it's a complementary. If you think, okay, I understand that right now we live in a time where experience economy, it's okay, and you understand what does mean, you don't have to read it, but okay, you have there some theoretical resources, and depending on which, or it's the same that as, for instance, you don't have to check and read and see all we provide you. It's perhaps not possible, but for instance, that a Google Public Data Center, I think it's amazing to understand demographics information about every country or some countries in the world, but it's a little bit, you know, not the most important from the resources point of view. But I think it's great to compare, for instance, in our region, how the facilities, how they have been running during these last 5-10 years.
Okay, thank you.
Come on, guys.
Oh, I'm also on the phase when I'm reading through all the documents, and later I will have a total idea about the subject, and I will work together with other mates on the issues which you provided.
Okay. So I think in this first phase, as I told you before, the most important thing is to get a first idea and a general framework. This is our aim, the challenge we led you. That's why, for instance, for instance, one activity is just a debate, because your point of view, some of you have been managing in this group. There is people who has managed some facilities, so you will see that the region where you were born, or the place you have worked, it's really important. Yeah, because not in all the places people thinks or people's works in the same way. So debate, it's really important, and of course we think you must put all the efforts in giving this first idea and this general content is to have a basics, or to get these basics regarding facilities. Yeah, and on the next phases we are going deeper in the most important stuff. I think that facilities as well as events perhaps are the two more complex modules. Yeah, because you know, to manage an event or a facility, you have to mix finances, human resources, marketing, sponsorship, etc. When we are talking about the strategy, of course, there are a lot of pieces in this puzzle, but we are focused only in strategy. Yeah? But even some facilities perhaps are complex. And of course, this is why we started with this first theoretical phase.
Hey, Victor, did you say how the groups are formed in the groups group work in phase 2 and 3?
Our idea was open areas for that yourself can join groups. Here, I know that there is people in this group who has worked together in other modules, and there is people who is studying this first time in our master or postgraduate. For instance, you know, Edmond here on my left hand has arrived 2 days ago or on Friday. Yeah, and for instance, people as Marco, yeah, are in his last you know, his last phase in the master. He's finishing it. So what we would like is, okay, mix yourself. But if that's why we will give you the instruction of you are going to join groups of 3-4 people. Yeah, if you this I'm telling to you right now, but this is not official. The idea is, okay, if you want to try doing groups, better. You have read or you know who you are a little bit. If not, we can help you. Yeah, but I think we are adults. We will give you a space to do not repeat your presentation, but at least we will make you tell the others which times are better for you to work together, what times suit you to make web binders. where are right now working and living, what is your agenda, and of course understand, I mean, which days will be you more available than other days. So you, before to choose the group, you will have to read, you know, which are the situation of every member of the class. Yeah, you will have to answer 5, 6 easy questions, so you can take the decision, okay, I will work with Karim and with, you know, with another guy, with Nicolas, yeah, because I see that they are in, okay, we can understand, or we can, you know, arrange agendas, etc.
Okay, clear, thanks.
Yeah, because another option would be to just win the lottery, or make a lottery and make groups like that. You know, the machine can do it. Yeah, the virtual campus has the option to mix people without sense, but we prefer to give you the opportunity of tell, okay, I'm in South Africa right now, or in Qatar, and my timetable is this one. I work in this period. I have more time at the weekends, and so if my position or my situation is the same, I can join your team. Okay?
Makes sense. Yeah, good. Thanks.
Victor, I have a quick question. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, not very well. No, I don't know if all of you.
Any better now? It's better now. Or?
Yeah, try. If not, you can write in the chat, and I will answer it.
I can try, but on the group work, do we still get an individual mark, or everyone in the group gets the same mark for the piece of work?
Yeah, this is really important. Yeah, no, there is a mark for the group in every group assignment, and there is also a part of the grade individual. That's why, as you will see, we recommend you know you must work in a Google Doc. Yeah, there you have to write down every time you make an appointment, what are your decisions, who is doing what, and you have to, in this Google Doc, show the team what you have researched, which are your ideas, develop the points, discuss and correct the others, give your feedback, etc. At the end, of course, these Google Docs will be downloaded, and you will convert in a Word document, you know, with their summary and the different points, the good template, etc. But we will see what member of the group, or what every member of the group has done, and of course we are going to give you a private rubric where you have to grade your team members. So for us in this group assignment, it's of course really important what you transfer, what you build, but also how you manage yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I always says a team that works and manage themselves in the right way, at the end, they upload or they submit a good assignment, and the opposite too. Guys, any other question, or we finish here?
From my side, no.
Okay, so whatever you need, you have, you know, in the virtual classroom a forum to make questions. If not, you know my email. You just can write me, and okay, it has been a pleasure. And okay, we will continue working, guys. Big hug. Thank you for coming.
Thanks. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.